We begin with breaking news tonight. A Killeen police officer who shot and killed a man during a mental health call will not be charged.
The New York Daily News gives us this next story. A Texas police officer who fatally shot a black man experiencing a mental health crisis will not be charged for his death. Killeen police officer Reynaldo Contreras, a 5-year veteran of the force, was responding to a call from the family of Patrick Warren Sr. when the deadly confrontation unfolded back in January 2021.
The shooting happened on January 10th at the home of Patrick Warren. Video shows Warren approach Officer Contreras while waving his arms.
While Warren's loved ones requested the help of a mental health professional, authorities instead sent over Contreras, who responded with his militarized default, their attorney Lee Merritt has said. A mental health resource officer responded to the home the day before the shooting, and Warren voluntarily agreed to go to the hospital for evaluation. Later that day, he returned home.
Contreras tased Warren, but Warren got up, continued to walk toward him, and that's when the officer opened fire, hitting Warren 3 times. Warren later died from his injuries.
The Texas Rangers, tasked with investigating the incident, turned over their report earlier this week to a Bell County grand jury.
Just after 5 tonight, police announced a Bell County grand jury chose not to indict Officer Reynaldo Contreras.
Following the announcement, Lee Merritt told reporters he was disappointed in the decision and that the family, all present at the time of the fatal shooting, should have had the opportunity to testify. Police have said that Contreras had mental health training, but Lee Merritt added it obviously was insufficient to deal with an unarmed man in his pajamas on his front lawn.
Contreras was placed on administrative leave but returned to work in April. Now, we did reach out to the family's attorney, Lee Merritt, but we have not heard back.
So here's one where, again, this cop goes out there. I've had mental health training. Well, it wasn't enough to deal with this guy, was it? Maybe you needed more training. Maybe you needed to go to the level 2 training. Unarmed, in his pajamas, in his front lawn. Shot dead because he won't stop coming towards the officer. Now, the officer uses a taser. That don't work. He goes, oh my God, all right, I'm going to shoot you now. You know why? Because his ego won't let him return to his vehicle. His ego won't let him go back to his vehicle and call for another unit. Or if he's already called for another unit, won't let him wait for it. His ego keeps him there on the front lawn where he shoots the guy for not complying because, you know what, I'm a cop and you're the citizen. Cop tells citizen what to do, citizen does it, or citizen gets punished. Citizen gets punished, punishment doesn't work, we'll just kill him. This man needed to go to the hospital to get mental health treatment, and instead of the hospital, he went to the morgue. And I say that because I want it to sink in. Why are people afraid of law enforcement? Why do we not trust law enforcement officers? Why do we not want to call law enforcement officers? This is why. Because you just might end up dead. Especially for somebody having a mental health crisis. Did you know that when somebody has mental deficiency, a mental health illness, a mental health deficiency, that a syndrome, whatever you call it, depression, panic, anxiety panic disorder or whatever, but one of those, a mental health thing, that they cannot always analyze situations like somebody that's mentally healthy. I'm trying to make this as clear as mud. So like somebody that's mentally healthy can understand, stop, get on the ground. Somebody that's having mental health issues, somebody that may have schizophrenia or paranoia or manic depressive, I think that's what I was trying to think of earlier. They can't really compute. When you say get on the ground, they think of, I just want help, man. Don't touch me. I'm going to shoot you. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Community Leo Watch, watching Leos, that's law enforcement officers, to include those that just keep shooting people that are mentally ill or punching them in the face. From San Diego to La Jolla to Killeen, Texas, and from coast to coast.